All right, we are at session 65. We're 4 away from being sexy, everyone.
But I'm blanking on like where we started off the very like beginning of the last.
You guys were in an inn, INN, in Haloth after rescuing Elora's mother.
All right, so we had done that. I believe at this point we had already done our big talking deal to convince her to totally let us chop off her head.
Yep.
And assume her persona, and then we use her big important person talking stuff to make our way down to the creepy spider temple. And that was kind of uneventful, for us at least. Not too much in retrospect. And then we're talking along, and apparently our fake spider matron lady, whose name I don't remember, was not doing a good enough job for this other big Game of Thronesy political woman, who I also do not remember the name of. And then
you're mixing your people here up, buddy.
Oh,
we actually
I am?
started last session in the High Market. It was a shopping episode at the beginning of it.
Yep.
And then we went to the slave pens, and I was the one who was getting the side eye as bullion. It's bullion something.
Gailoof.
And it was the bad side eye, not the good side eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Flanked by Jurassic Parkies.
Oh, yep. And then we got to fight their T-Rexes, and then we kind of befriended their T-Rexes, sort of. Either way, there's like 3 or 4 rampaging T-Rexes. I forget the exact number over in the market.
And we yeeted them over the wall.
No, we yeeted one over the wall as a rat, and then the rest of them we said just run through the wall. And they were fine.
What a D&D moment.
What a great moment for chaos.
Yes. And
after
then
some acceptable civilian number of casualties, we then proceeded into the temple, at which we continued to fail our way to talk through things after we could not convince the guards to go out and feed themselves to the T-Rexes. And by feed, do their valiant duty protecting the town.
Watched Kertz get the shit beat out of him for a while.
That's true, they were punching him.
It was a mild annoyance, so it wasn't that much damage.
We also let a bunch of fucking slaves loose in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god,
and
I don't know why, but I was thinking that was the session before this last one.
No, yeah, and Mirror's Firebrand, we told them, hey, go to the High Market, here's where all the weapons are kept, fucking dig in and hold.
If I remember correctly, I gave a very hyped speech, and I hyped them up to go get some bloody murder revenge. There was definitely some ethnic slurs in that speech.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that Mirror's Firebrand was there because she was in Stoneholm the last time.
Indeed, very weird indeed.
We don't have time for that now. Sort it out later. Maybe. Probably.
Hopefully.
Probably.
And then Jesse tried to take away Barry.
Maybe.
And we whined and complained, and then he let.
I let you roll for it. As should all things in life be. Anyway, so Dan, continue on. You guys took free of the chaos, or took advantage of the chaos to do what?
We took advantage of the chaos. That's when we had gotten into the temple we are in, which point I believe is when we had failed at talking to the guards and delving deeper.
Yeah.
But I think we had just finished killing the guards and not really made it much far past them, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, there was boobling down below us and a quiet door above.
And that is where we will start off, and we will do some sneak and mystery music as we continue on with our journey here on the Rise of the Drow. What do you all do?
Well, we still have Pass Without a Trace. What do you think? We want to check down below us where we can hear. I'm assuming maybe a kitchen. There's bubbling going down there, or had.
Is Sporelina back?
Kertz, you're familiar with sieges. I'm assuming your time in war effort. What do you think?
Can I try to make like a check to discern what kind of bubbling it is? Like if it's
I believe you guys did a perception check already, and that was pretty much the most you could get.
okay. Well, we're more in a temple than a siege, because the army hasn't arrived yet. So the bubbling might be purifying something. Maybe it's like a lab or potion making. I don't know. Not one for temples, says the cleric. I say we check out the bubbling.
Great. I will open the door myself.
All right. As you open
Being
the
that
door,
I still look like Gailu.
as you open the door, the kitchen and food larder for the temple can
All
best be
bit.
described as a small slaughterhouse. The cutting boards are large slabs of hardened mushrooms, stained deep from many years of blood and sporting jagged gouges, while collection pails designed to waste none of the precious fluids that can be used for so many purposes are dotted about. A great many knives of immense size and weight adorn the walls. Cooking is handled over a stone fireplace with a central brass venting system with pipes that disappear into the wall. Resting upon the fire's hook is a large pot of cast iron, within which bubbles a stew of vivore meat and root vegetables, along with an assortment of mushrooms.
Do you think that the guards were cooking their own food, or is there somebody else that's going to be coming back in?
Make an investigation check as you kind of piece together what this room might tell you.
With guidance.
With guidance.
Held by +1.
Hot damn.
Hey!
You're pretty certain that it's not. So, how do I explain this in the best way? You can see the dust and like the soot that's on the ground itself, and you can see much smaller feet prints. The guards were in fact male. These feet prints are quite small in relation, and you assume to be female. In other words, not that women cannot be guards, but you've noticed that only these royal guards are male, and there are female feet prints.
The footprints.
Fucking sexist.
Okay, I knew it was coming.
Do the
Sorry,
footprints?
I was cutting myself food.
Do the freshest footprints lead back out the door, or is it possible somebody's hiding in here once they heard the come up?
With that 22, it does lead out the door.
Okay, cool.
And make a survival check as you try to track.
Sure.
This whole building is made out of stone, right?
It is, and lots of silk as well, spider silk. But you unfortunately kind of lose the track.
That's all right. All right. Well, unless anybody wants some vor stew, we have to go north.
All right, who's going?
I'll lead.
Okay. Let me get the dynamic lighting. As you open this door, you can see this room seems to serve as a dressing area for the priests. Several robes hang along the lengths of the wall, crafted of the finest red silks and adorned with black trim fashioned of spider silk. Each robe's hood bears the same 8-fingered hand insignia you have encountered before. This time crafted out of precious gemstones, gemstone chips, making each of them quite a tempting treasure if one could get them out of here cleanly and intact.
I just snap my
That's a blatant trap. Can we move on?
Yeah, I don't think that with Barry and
Okay,
Toll
Katarina.
that
Do you think that you could bring
this
Elora
is
here?
This is my Irish accent. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think that with Barry and Toll we can pull the whole we're actually priests motif going on here. So, do we want to toss these in our bag and sell them later? Souvenirs.
I'm sorry, toss what into the bag?
These beautiful robes.
I think we have enough Drow clothing and memorabilia for a lifetime.
I would like more. I want a priest. I want a priest robe.
Of course you do. Priest robes it is. I'll add a set of robes to inventory.
Sporelina, as you pick up some of the robes, you feel something heavy in the pockets of one.
Pockets.
I hold open the pocket first without reaching my hand in there just to see like if it's like a spider that's gonna bite me or something.
You find a smooth green stone, perhaps a glass of some sort, roughly the size of an egg, gem-like, with no faceted sides.
It's a yoni egg.
Are those Russian eggs?
No,
it's
a
when
yoni
you
egg
hold it
is...
in your vagina.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no
Oh,
fucking
no.
clue.
You get it on Goop, on Dungeons and Dragons Goop.
Yep.
Okay. I kind of take it out. If it's not like electrocuting me, I kind of hold it up to the light and what do you guys think this is? I mean, it's pretty. Okay, good talk.
I'm not very well versed in the arcane. I couldn't tell you.
It could be an object used to scry on the guards.
I should also mention you only grabbed probably like this much, and they line both sides of the wall. You only grabbed like 3 of them.
Do any of the other robes have the same stone in them?
As you start jingling and like patting down the other robes, you can find that there is stuff in there if you would like to search a little bit further.
Turn the pockets out.
I mean, there's literally a war going out outside. I think we should continue moving, but that's your guys'.
No, we gotta rob while we're here. You know, loot and plunder and loot.
Honestly, for once, I kind of agree with Kertz.
I'm gonna just have Barry come in. He's just gonna take arms and just grab them all off the shelves and just start shaking them all out on the floor.
All right. Roll a percentile die. Let's see if one of them breaks.
Gathers. Uh-oh. They're little bombs or something.
5. All right. One of the potions just splatters and a lot of liquid just goes all over the floor. But you do find a very nice looking ring falls out of the other. You find a detached drow finger wearing a different house's insignia on it, on a ring on it. But it's like kind of a tarnished ring.
We tell
that
what
was
in
definitely-
what house.
You
That
can
was
do
definitely a
history check.
message. Okay.
I will take the ring off and take the finger. Also, does that finger match any of the fingers I have?
It definitely does not. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a drow finger, so I don't know if you can like look at the you look at the rings on the finger to see. I don't think you would figure that one out.
Given our intelligence from G,
You have advantage on your history check.
beautiful.
And guidance.
16. You know that this is the symbol of House Muldoon.
6th house of cloth. They're the little bitch boys. Mid-level
In terms-
supervisors and bureaucrats.
In terms of other things that you find a smooth red stone identical to the green and violet stones in all but one color. And you also find a violet stone identical in nature to the red and green stones in all but color.
Are they walkie-talkies?
You don't know.
Does anybody have the ability to identify or magical
Oh.
items?
Barry, can you identify?
Barry?
You just chews on it a little bit. You said it's not faceted, so it doesn't look like it sits in anything, right? They're smooth, egg-shaped stone.
Indeed, diddly it is.
Or just all of the stones that go into the Infinity Gauntlet?
Can I put one in my mouth?
You put one in your mouth.
Put one in
Okay.
his ass.
Nope.
We've been working on his sounding, so one's going in his penis as well.
Oh my god. Jeremy, it's
that's
not episode 69 yet.
so
I'm
big.
scaring everyone. Okay, well, I guess we hold on to those. They may be part of some ritual chamber further into the temples.
Yeah, fair.
Keys.
Or keys, yeah.
maybe.
Is the door just a normal door in front of it?
Indeed it is.
All right.
It's a
Oh.
mimic. I didn't like the way he said it is.
The door to this area opens silently and easily, revealing a chamber filled with wall hangings of blood-red silk, each depicting various outer planes, all under the dominion of Naranius over top of them. The first half of the room, closest to the door within which you stand, is covered in an intricate tile mosaic of a large 16-legged arachnid, easily twice the size of a standard human. The detail and attention put into the eyes and mandible are maddening. At prayer, within the room are several priestesses positioned in half circle before a large, round frame of ebony that lies within the eastern wall about halfway down the length of the stone barrier. All seem oblivious to your
Or as
presence.
one might call it, fireball.
Above the drow, the ceiling bears a great chart that looks to be astrological in nature, although the patterns and constellations shown are unfamiliar. With a cry of, "Defend!" in an unholy tongue, the priestesses seem to awake from their trance, responding to the outcry from an elder priestess at the far end of the room. And yeah, we're gonna roll initiative.
Yeah. I didn't think there was going to be a way we could talk ourselves out of this.
I mean, I was invited.
Yeah, they may have
Oh,
gotten the
Barry.
uppity up on you.
Well, that's fortunate.
What are you talking about? We opened the door.
Yeah, and you don't think that they've already sounded the alarm with all the ruckus you've been making?
We don't make ruckus.
It's all silent killings. For the most part.
Who's
Most of
got
them.
Cinnamoira's character?
Oh shit. I'm controlling Barry. I don't know if anybody else feels comfortable with
Ooh.
Cinnamoira.
I think I could do Cinna. Hold on.
I do not. My characters die on their own. I don't feel comfortable
Yeah,
with
that's
anybody
fair.
else's.
She's already down a couple spell slots. It's in the chat. If you scroll.
There you are. Sorry, going to the Mushroom Tavern.
Well done on your initiative, baby.
Thanks. I definitely had control over it. Okay, where is Cinna? There she is. Clicking her. Shut up, beyond 20.
Oh my.
Jesse, for
Oh,
combat
dear.
purposes, I'm
Oh,
gonna
wow.
I'm gonna count Barry going through a door as difficult terrain.
Sure. I like it. All right. So we are all in, yeah?
Doubled.
There's a period in the 15. There we go. All right, Cinnamoira, you are the first one
Holy
to
shit!
see all this.
Yeah, I know. I was also surprised. Okay. Let's see. What's this bitch got? I don't.
Her favorite spell ever.
Yeah, it's true. Bro, she's got the Wand of Magic Missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do Shatter. Is that from her? No. She gets to place that home.
And foot radius here, so definitely.
60-foot range, yep. Alright, she's gonna drop it right in the center here.
Okay.
Shatter that altar.
Yeah. And I believe it's a con save from all of them.
Okay, these are plus ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the last priestess is 7.
Ooh.
Natural 20 on this girl. Go
Okay,
ahead and roll
her
damage.
DC is 17.
So I guess only 2 or 3 of them pass.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it high.
In the future, please roll high and then determine. But it's okay. So this is 33.
Well, I mean, it does. She didn't have to roll to hit. It was a con save. So.
No, I know, but like determining the level.
Oh, I
before you
already
can see
determined the level was gonna be high before I had you roll them.
Gotcha.
As
All
a
right.
sight.
And this was 16. All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna have her just, kind of do one of these.
That a lot of sight.
Yeah. And that's it. Oh, and it's now me. Okay.
For the record, you see I know the pictures say, look, you can see,
Oh,
there
cute. They
a
look
lot
like hot, like rock girls.
they're in breastplate. I know it's interesting with their artwork, but they have breastplate armor apparently.
I mean, technically, their boobs are doing something in that armor. So.
Waiting for that comment.
All right, let's see. What do we do? I don't really. The downside to Sporelina's stuff right now is that a lot of it is like in a line. So like she can't really do a lot of things when they're all clumped together in a circle.
Aye?
God damn it.
You need an AoE mushroom.
I get it our next level up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's the one where I eat it and burp it and then explode a cone out from my mouth. It's pretty cool. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna throw some caps. I'm gonna try and go for the big bad.
All right,
Or the
bonus action.
minor
Your mushrooms come out.
There
I
we
still
go.
have mushrooms out.
Gotcha.
We've been fighting for a while.
25 will hit.
Us.
And holy crap, which one is this?
Huh?
Which one is this?
My mushroom caps?
Big Mama
Yeah,
Jamma.
which
Oh, the
enemy?
big lady, the big bad, the one
Big
in
bad
the
in
red.
the back?
Yeah.
35 points of damage. Beauteous.
And
Anything
then
else?
I will use a second level spell slot, and I'm gonna try and hit her again.
Sure. 23 will hit. 30 points of
Nice.
damage. She's looking real rough, like hella rough.
Just force damage, just blasting her into the wall behind her.
She
I'm
looks like
going-
she's reaching for a bracelet, by the way.
Fine, that's fair. I'm going to get up just to kind of block our squishies a little bit more from the baddies, and that's my turn.
Elora.
I'm going to just take a step into the room, and I'm going to cast Memento Mori as my flesh begins to rot, my eyes roll back into my skull, and my jaw unhinges, my tongue rolls out, and I just go full berserker. Charisma saving throws from all of them.
Ooh, we got a +4. So going in, the big baddie will be the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then big baddie.
Anybody under an 18 is stunned until the end of my next turn.
1, 2, 3. 3 of them got out of it. So
Jesse hates it so much.
And I'm gonna
Yes.
just like backwards. I'm gonna crack my spine backwards, so I'm like backwards crab walking, and I'm gonna crab walk back out of the room.
Oh, what was the fucking reaction spell that 2 of my players just got? Silvery barbs. Oh, I fucking hate
worst
myself.
thing.
Actually,
ever.
you know, if you could possibly, or I guess possibly block the door, that might actually be helpful. Up to you.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll block the door.
How does Kaelor say this in character?
Bar the door. I have an idea.
All right, Elora, is that it?
That's my turn.
All right. This priestess over here, she sees what just happened. She sees the immense stunning that just happened, and she's going to rush over to this priestess and touch her bracelet. As she touches something on the bracelet, you guys see the mosaic floor begins to move as it pops up and out, and now has become a mosaic golem right in front of you, ready to attack.
Ooh, show us a big picture of that.
All these bitches and their golem. I have the superior golem.
Here, actually, this is
Right.
a better picture.
That's kind of cool. It looks like a glitched spider, you know?
Mm-hmm. So let me roll that bad boy into combat.
Guess that
Tweel.
bracelet doesn't require a tomb.
It does not. It's gonna be, or at least it doesn't say, so I don't care. All right, so that is that priestess's turn. Kaelor, it is your turn.
Okay. So for once, we are going to not do a fireball. Instead, I don't know. This might not be the most effective against the mosaic thing, but I think overall net this would be a pretty.
Fireball would be so perfect. So many of them are stunned.
I mean, yes, but this lasts multiple turns. I was gonna do the insect.
Oh, okay, fair. I do like insect plague.
And then from my radius, it should be big enough to fill that entire room, because it does spill out into the non-radius area if it runs out of room.
I assume it's
And-
like 20-foot radius.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And we are gonna cast Insect Plague in there and just fill it with bitey, evil locust creatures.
Okay. DC 18. So this is con saves and mosaic. Hot damn, the mosaic resisted. I assume it's half damage.
Ish.
All right, so that is 11 points of damage. And the others in order as they are seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the DC
A lot of fail.
is 18. Con is just a +1, so just one passed. And it's 1, 2, 3. So this bad girl right here, +11. The rest are 22. All right, anything else?
Right. So, that whole area is considered lightly obscured and difficult terrain for the duration that I keep it up.
Okay, well, you just dropped several of them almost immediately. They just get eaten by the swarm as you cast the spell. The mosaic obviously is stone and is not nearly as affected by this mosaic virus. Any mosaic virus? Oh my god, my job is working into me. Anything else, Kaelor?
All right. So we have that. No, that's gonna be it for now.
Pretty boy.
Ew. Hang on 1 second. 5, 5, 10, 10. Okay. I will be casting Flame Strike right here. So I'll need all of them to make a dex save.
Well, I can already
Unfail.
tell you that 2 of them are going to fail. And that's the Priestess, and this is the Mosaic, 15. Mosaic is...
Well, if they're stunned, they fail dex save.
Yeah, I know. That's just the one Priestess who's not stunned.
Oh,
and the
okay.
One,
I think
Mosaic
the
virus
priest.
Yeah. And what is this again? Dex?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a -1, 14.
Half fire and half radiant. So 16 fire, 14 radiant.
It does not have any immunities to fire or radiant. All right, so that's going to be full for 30 points of damage for that bad boy. And these 2 are immediately going to go bye-bye. And bye-bye. And how's this one looking? Plus 30. Ooh, she's not looking good. All right, anything else?
5, 10. Kind of stand right next to the door. And that's it.
All right. She is going to look at above a 50. It's Elora. Below a 50, it is Kertz. It is Kertzy boy, and is going to cast. What is she gonna cast? What can we do that can hurt you?
I just saw the dice, like the 8 and the 0, and I thought it was 80, and I was like, bro, he just wants to attack Kertz? Is that what's going on?
I mean, yeah. I always do. And let's see.
Bring it on myself.
I have no idea what Contagion does, but I want you to take it. So, my phone there. Contagion. It is a 5th level. You touch or inflict. Okay, so she's going to have to run up to you. Get right up
I
here.
will activate my amulet of the Axiomatic General. I need her to make dex save 16.
Dex save. She has a +2. Yeah. Any half damage?
No.
That was so sad sounding.
It's never worked. It's never worked.
This is a cool ass spell, by the way. Hold on, let's see if it hits. This is a plus. What is this? +7, so 20.
Yeah.
All right, so you are auto poisoned. All right, and I will let you know what other things will happen in the future. The Mosaic virus, who I'm going to turn to this page. Did I
It's a
just write that?
virus? Cool.
Maybe. Yeah, it is going to.
Oh, also, she ends her turn in the insect plague.
She does. How much damage does she take?
Another 4d10.
She'll probably die. So she gets engulfed by the insect plague as the Mosaic virus comes up, and above a 50, it's Elora. Below a 50, it's Kertz. Yes! And is going to rake Kertz with a 18 to hit.
No, sir.
And a 22 to hit.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna intercept that one and reduce the damage.
By how much?
14.
Well, you reduce it to -1, so you take no damage, Kertz.
Shing! The shield just comes up in front of you.
Yay. Thank you.
All right, and that'll be that. Bury the bone golem.
Excuse me. We're we're gonna try and grapple this thing. Ooh, not great.
Yeah.
Second attack, grapple again.
This is a
Jesus,
+3.
Barry. Third attack, grapple again.
Barry. I'm not mad.
There
I'm
we
just
go.
disappointed.
All right.
Natural 1.
So, I'm gonna use. That was 5 feet. Be 10 feet to move through the door, and another 10 feet to push. So I'm gonna 10, 20. I'm gonna move up 2 spaces, pushing this mosaic spaces. Actually, no. I'm just gonna push him there, just one, because I'm gonna back away at the end of it.
Sure.
And then. See, I have 2 left, so we're gonna go ahead, and I'm assuming this thing has more than 40 hit points.
It does.
Tear one of its legs off.
Probably 2 legs, in fact.
2 of its legs off. And I'm gonna use those legs and try and stab him into it with the slam attack.
12 is not gonna be enough.
They just shatter against itself. And then bonus action. Who knows if this thing can be paralyzed? Probably not, but I will gaze at it for a bonus action.
It is immune to paralyzed.
Thought so. Okay. And then Barry is going to. He'll take an attack of move back here, so he doesn't get the insect plate.
Also, yeah, I forgot to do that. So this
Hey,
is the
insect plate is
plague.
what kind of damage? Is it necrotic damage?
It is. Let me double check.
Oh, it's just piercing damage. Okay,
Yep.
but magical piercing. All right. What was the attack?
That was for his resistance to the insect plague.
Oh, okay. Did he take an attack of opportunity?
He does. A 11 plus 6 is 17.
Yeah, that hits.
And 2d8 plus 3. That is going to be 13 points of damage to Barry.
All right, Barry's gonna take his spiked retribution reaction. Never mind. It's all creatures within 15 feet, so never mind. 13. You got it, buddy.
You got it. Cinnamoira.
Wait.
Okay.
Did we roll the damage for it ending its turn there?
40-10, yes. I
Okay,
did it
okay,
for
okay.
you.
Just double checking, yeah.
Yep, sorry.
No worries. Sorry, I got distracted for a second.
She is going to Wand of Magic Missiles, because that's sick. I didn't even know she had that.
How many charges?
What did I click? 3 charges.
Okay,
Or do I have to click
so-
it each time?
Yeah,
right?
you have to,
Okay,
yeah,
that's right.
unfortunately.
No, it's okay.
Which is
3,
5.
5. Right? Because that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Cinnamoira, how would you like to
Nice.
kill
Nice!
this mosaic virus?
I wish Cinna was actually here to see that. She just goes, bad spider, bad! And then just blasts off these magic missiles, and it just shatters and sounds like when Link breaks pottery in, in Zelda, as it just kind of like hits the ground.
All right. All right, cool. Sporelina, it is your turn.
Oh, well, I guess I'll move back then.
Oh, I don't like that.
Get that fucking bracelet.
I get the
I-
lady brace.
I dropped the bugs.
All right, you drop the bugs as a free action. Sporelina, you rush in, and inside, pause. Let me get this. So, you look inside and you can see that on the altar is, in fact, a small book.
Like a pocket Bible?
Sure. We'll go with that. Let me make it.
It's a chick
revealed.
track.
It's a little
I-
book on the altar.
I creep over to it, eyeing it very suspiciously.
Is it a
Because-
green book, you said?
I just put it there. Yeah, it's a green book.
Because Kaelor and I have been talking, and he told me that drows can't read. So I start kind of like looking at the book, and I take like a pen.
Wait. I'm gonna creep over to her and hand her. Oh, it's still her turn.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hold up the green egg in my hand. Green book, green egg.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to blow yourself up, you might get.
No. I'm like, okay, I'll take your word for it. Can I just maybe roll a perception check on it to like just see if it says anything that I can read or any of that sense?
Actually, I forgot to read this to you. A delicate tome sits atop a fame crafted from the mandible of an arachnid. A golden bowl filled with a mixture of what smells like blood and spirits, and a pair of golden chalices. The tome's pages are made of pressed webs, and the book radiates an aura of cold evil that seems to hang in the air.
Is it giving me the same feeling of the evil book that Kaelor wanted that we sold to get rid of it?
Maybe.
Do you remember that?
It's not exactly the same, but it's similar.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be my turn because I don't know what else to do. So, this book is giving me like hella bad vibes. It's like Soup's evil. Well crafted, but Soup's evil.
Wait, you have my book?
No, we sold that one forever ago.
You also notice, you also notice 3 tallow candles rest upon this altar. Looking through the items, however, you clearly see an inscription carved into the face of the altar itself, one that will require the items to be moved if anyone hopes to read it.
I don't like the way that's worded.
There's 3 candles, 1 book, 2 chalices, and 1 bowl with. I feel like there's a 3-2-1 thing, or 1-2-3 thing.
Anyway, Sporelina, anything else?
No, I think that's my turn.
Elora.
Is the book open? Like there, you said there's pressed silk. Is it open to a specific passage or anything?
Is not.
Can I take the green egg out and approach? Is the green egg transparent or opaque?
It's probably a little bit opaque.
Okay, so I can't like peer through the egg at the book or anything like that.
No.
I touch the egg to the book.
Nothing seems to happen.
Well, if anyone has to drink the blood wine, I think Sporelina and Barry are probably the best options for that. Oh, I'm gonna just I'm gonna use my rest of my movement to walk back over here, and I'm gonna slap Kertz in the face. Oh wait, never mind. I only have 1 point of lay on hands. I can't cure your point. Yeah.
She just slaps you for no reason and goes, "Oh, never mind," and like walks away.
Oh. Why? What did I do this time?
Yeah, I don't want to move anything just yet. I'm just gonna take a few steps away from the altar and wait for Barry to walk in.
Okay, anything else?
That's my turn.
Kaelor.
I feel
Okay.
like Jesse is like, you guys, it's really not this deep.
It's literally just a book.
I'm mostly just kind of perplexed while we're still on turns right now.
You
Yeah.
and us both.
It's interesting.
Okay. So, you know what? I'm not overly concerned, but also I don't trust this evil drow shit. So I am going to kill it with fire, but only mild fire. We're gonna do a firebolt on the book.
All right. A 12 for a book, I'm sure will hit. Roll damage.
This book is wearing plate mail, unfortunately.
And
Yeah, that was great damage.
gets flown off to the side beyond the altar, beyond sight. Anything else?
Can't one of you guys just like use Mage Hand, like the little and the ethereal hand friend, to just like move the rest of the stuff?
Well, I'm out of actiones, so
Yeah.
someone else can. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't have a way to use another cantrip, so that'll be it. Cause I don't feel like going over there and touching it.
Kertz, make a con save.
Awesome.
Technically plus 10 rooms just set up.
Okay.
Sorry, plus 5. Not.
For all intents and purposes, battle is now done.
Oh, so you get some bad things are gonna happen on Contagion if you say
There were some really cool things.
it's you have to fail like 3 or 4 times, right?
But this is a different kind. This is the AAW Contagion, and
Oh.
it was pretty dope.
I was going to use lesser restoration on it, so
Bummer.
that at the end.
Barry's gonna walk in and move up to the altar, and he's just gonna pick everything up.
All right, as you pick up everything, kind of some blood spills. You might dent some of the chalices. The candles just kind of fall onto the ground. But yeah, he picks them up.
And just like big creepy smile made out of 7 different skulls.
And now you guys can read on the altar, all roads are known by the split light of the stone.
Can I see whose blood it is?
You don't know off the top of your head. I mean, it's just a bowl full of blood.
I meant, taste it, look at it,
Oh,
smell it.
Did
medicine
you
check.
not taste it, you fucking weirdo?
Just became not poison.
Seriously.
I'm good at medicine. I could figure it out before. I mean, tasting is the last resort.
Oh my
know?
god. It is literally a wonder that men survive teenagehood.
You've seen this kind of blood before. It's nice and coagulated and a little bit of fat in the blood. It's dwarvish blood.
That's uncomfortable.
Could you give us the
Also-
passage one more time?
Also, I should mention, Kertz, as you walk over, the book is not on flame, but it is on the floor. It definitely got like singed, but it's not like burning. The passage is, all roads are known by the split light of the stone.
I'll pick up the book.
Make a con save.
That's what I was waiting for.
Take half damage.
Oh,
So 11 points of damage, and you are not poisoned, luckily. But
Was it poison damage?
it is necrotic. Nope, hold on, let me read. Or poison damage. So just poison. But
interesting.
you can pick up this book, and it is a tome of Gossamer Thread. Is the name of the book. Do you understand Abyssal?
No.
Does anyone understand
I think
Abyssal?
Sporelina might actually. Hold on.
Wait.
No, the one time I pick a character's languages that would actually make sense in the setting, and you throw Abyssal.
That's why you chose it.
Cinna does.
All
Cinna
right.
speaks abyssal. She got that from her noble background, which I have several questions about your guys' father's dealings.
I think,
Don't
well, I think
worry
that she
about
chose Abyssal because Kertz chose Celestial. I think I remember that that conversation.
She just had to be contrarian. So as Kertz holds it open for Cinna, Cinna, you realize that this is about this passage, or included within the pages are intimate details about Neronius's domains, prayers, rituals, and what demands she makes upon her disciples, and what terms of punishment she metes out for disobedience. Make a religion check.
I would like to assist with that.
Sure.
Kurtz knows he's got a big helping of Neronius hate
Oh god,
coming
I hope
toward
he's-
him.
Also, Cinna, I'm gonna need you to make a con save.
Oh, fun. For reading it. She's not just looking at it, she's reading it.
Yeah, she is reading it, and she's gonna need to make a con save.
Is she Oh, she would technically be in here, I guess. Huh? We should probably con save. Best of luck.
+5.
She's good, I hope.
Let's see.
And a 21 on religion.
The DC was 20, so she is good to go. It was a power word stun, and luckily she resisted it, so she is not stunned. There's also reading. Gets better. Utilize to learn more about their.
Yeah,
so
you can't kill Cinna when I'm responsible for her.
oh, I can do whatever I want. I'm a DM.
I do whatever I want.
But you learn that this book also you can learn more about Neronius's adversary, such as the extent of their domain, powers, spells, and abilities. And
I'm asking as Rhiannon. Neronius is like the underworld, like the main god that's being run down here, right? And like Lilith is being pushed out.
Yeah,
indeed,
Okay.
the other spider goddess.
Right.
indeed, the
Okay.
off-brand spider goddess.
Got it.
We may have stolen a bunch of souls from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Us? I don't think so.
So there are spells in here that like Kaelor could transcribe.
Mostly descriptions of said spells. Like you're learning about Neronius.
like-
I will make a
okay.
handout for
Wait,
you guys later on.
I thought that was only something wizards.
That's
Yeah,
transcribing,
super.
yeah, but this still will help you understand. It's mostly like acid spells, necrotic spells, poison spells, things of that nature. But it seems like she likes to torture and slowly kill her adversaries.
I mean, I'm down with that life.
Something's hinky here because I haven't seen any entrances to Telgorath Tower, and there should be an entrance from the temple.
I mean, could it just be there's a magical door we're not seeing?
It's possible. I would assume that it's closer towards the butt of the spider, though, not the head, since the head pokes out to the city.
Wait,
And
what the, I'm trying to remember like what the specific, like if it was the mosaic or not, but you'd mentioned a more than normal numbered amount of legs arachnid in this room. If I
Yes.
remember correctly.
On the floor is a 16-legged arachnid, and on the ceiling is a constellation map of constellations you are not familiar with.
Is there
Something about
anything
the light and
missing?
stone, though. Light and stone, is that?
Yeah, is there anything missing from the constellation
Oh.
ceiling?
As
Well-
you look up and look for missing holes in the constellation, you notice
3 of them?
there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are any of them egg-shaped?
All of them seem to be egg-shaped.
Because I was gonna say he said that we found several, not just the 3 you put in chat.
Nope, that was the 3 that the others were just random treasure stuff. But the 3 were the only ones that you found so far.
How many?
Can we check the bodies of the people that we just killed in here to see if they
Yeah.
have the rest of them?
Abso-freaking-lutely. Let me read.
We also check inside their vaginas.
We actually don't.
You can do that. Kurtz is not. Kurtz is not
Kurtz
an
just
OBGYN.
rolls a medicine check and is
I pull
becoming a really sketch gynecologist.
I pull a pair of tongs out of Kurtz's interrogation tool.
Excuse me, forceps. Tongs are ineffective. Tongs are more grabby.
Grabby.
There are several small nooks. Upon 2 of these nooks sit colored stones of the same nature as the 3 the party may have found in Area 6. You did find them. The 2 stones here are colored indigo and yellow. But where were they? So
5.
you did find them, yes. You found 5.
Okay, so can we start putting the ones that we have in the color-coded slot?
We don't know which one goes
Like-
where.
Like a Roy G. Biv order.
Wait. So this is colored constellation.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Other question. How many stars, like, not like the empty slots, but like how many stars total are there in the constellation?
There are multiple constellations, but like this one over there has about 10 stars. This one over there has about 20 stars. This one over here is like 15. So anywhere between there.
Okay. All right. So I'm not finding any that match the exactly 8 or exactly 16 with the arachnidy stuff. Okay.
They're just kind of scattered all over the place.
All right.
But
What
as
was
you
the
look,
3 we just got?
indigo and yellow.
And is there any hint on the broken shards of crystal that are lined into the robes as to an order?
That's a great question. Let me read.
So we're missing blue
For a Roy G. Biv?
and orange. Blue and orange. Yeah.
Does the altar have a drawer? Or,
Are
you
there
know-
eyes anywhere?
Moving. Yeah.
Can I just start like investigating the shit out of this room and the previous room, just turning stuff up? Trying to
I'm saying-
find. I'm specifically like trying to hone in on anything that's orange or blue.
You are 100% positive that there are no other stones within this room. You've turned it over, and all that is left are the chalices, the blood, the book, etc. Let me read it.
Sorry to interrupt the reading. We should try and find the chef, because I assume the priestesses weren't ones to do their own cooking. And if they knew we were in here, they might have sent the cook off somewhere. The stuff.
It wasn't just cooking though. They were like using the tallow to make candles and stuff like that too, and obviously they were cutting up dwarves, so it could possibly be that they were doing that. That's just my take.
Do any of the feet of the priestesses match the footprints we found in the kitchen?
Indeed, they do.
Ah, okay.
Are you in defeat, Kurtz?
Only cutting them off.
No. Maybe.
Oh my god.
You
Listen,
haven't
they're
seen
hard
his
to keep around your neck.
You haven't seen his toe bracelet?
Okay.
Ugh.
Vile,
Peter-
and I'm starting to think that your dad had the right idea about you.
Could we turn over the kitchen perhaps? See if there's anything in there?
Yeah, you were pretty certain that there's nothing in the kitchen.
Feet
And
are
also,
gross.
I should
They're
I
always
should
so.
mention that the staircase here continues going up.
Oh God. Okay. Thank you.
I was wondering why. I was wondering why you're asking me all these questions. I'm like, why? This is okay. Well,
We're going
you
up
probably
now.
didn't realize.
Hey Jesse, we're gonna go up.
Sounds good. Who's
I
going
thought
first?
it was just it.
Eloria's
Guy
going
Luke
first.
Golian's going.
Bro.
Okay.
I'll hang out in the nice, safe middle.
Oh, we also take that bracelet, even though it's like the golem's dead. It's probably gonna fetch a couple.
All right. So, is that who I think it is?
We have a Sam. Oh,
Either she's
oh.
muted or she's so excited to see us she has lost her
Oh,
breath.
I can see your green, Sam, but we can't hear you.
Connect.
See. Oh.
She's trying so
Nothing.
hard.
Yeah, you could see the green light up, so you know she's talking.
She's probably saying profanities about Brad.
What? Okay.
What?
Of Sam, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's fair. That is fair.
Sam, no.
He
Okay.
tried so hard.
While she is figuring that out, oh, I heard a.
Oh, I heard a
beep.
breath.
I hear breathing from Sam. That's a Sam breath. I just heard it.
Oh
Damn it.
no!
No. We hear you breathing.
And
We still hear you breathing.
Hello.
there
Sorry.
she is.
There she is.
Here I am. God.
Rhiannon got you
fucking,
killed.
I mean,
I sure
fair.
didn't.
Fair. Honestly, fair at this point. Let's be real.
It was kind of between Brad and Ree.
What?
Do you remember what level spell you cast? Was it a 6th level spell?
Yes.
Discord chat has your what we've used of yours. So
Okay.
Wow, you guys take good notes.
it's
All
important
right.
when you're running somebody else's character.
Mm-hmm. So, Elora, as you come up to this communal living area, you see that this is pretty well, decently furnished with like a table and a couple chairs. But there is a door on this side, this side, this side, this side, this side, and I think I missed this one. And the stairs also continue going up, in case you needed to know that. What's your passive perception?
Oh, it's so good, Jesse. Let me tell you right now. Wisdom is definitely one of my higher stats. It is a grand total of 11.
You don't hear nothing.
Sweet. I'm gonna wait till everybody gets up here, and then Barry is gonna
So
pull this door up.
Oh my
Uh,
god. I love a good strong man.
All right. So as Barry pulls it off its hinges, it was perfectly open, just fine, by the way.
He has
What?
trouble. He has trouble regulating his strength, Jesse.
I wasn't. You open the door to find the door to this chamber is made from a single huge slab of something chitinous. It seems to be mounted tightly within a track. As there are no visible hinges, and you can see a thin opening within the wall all around the door. In place of a handle, there is a carved 8-fingered hand shown with a palm facing outward. Actually, I'm gonna need a strength check is what I'm gonna need.
Oh, sure.
whoa, guys, hold up a minute, wait.
I mean,
So Barry's a guy?
He does not open it.
he tries to chew on it since it's made out of kite.
Can't get a good grip, you know, like he's trying to like get his mouth in there. It's not working. A lot of slobber.
He reconfigures bones on his hands to make 8 fingers on one hand and puts it on the handle.
All right. As you do this, nothing happens.
Oh, so cool.
Boosh, boosh.
Very smart. Very smart.
And as you do, you have just caused a surprise round as the priestesses open up their doors from behind which they were, and we're gonna roll for that initiative with a surprise round.
Fun.
Jesse's like, bring your fucking berry to my neck of the woods. Kertz, you cannot be surprised.
I can be surprised. I just have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
I'm
we're
sorry,
all
I did
we're
not
all doing
click on your tokens
initiative.
yet. All of
Yeah,
you.
babe. We're getting
Oh fuck.
surrounded.
Okay, give me a moment. I am so far behind right now.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I've forgotten this for the longest time. I have +2 to initiative from my sword.
Cool.
That's why I'm not. Okay.
Damage, stun.
We're gonna make a micro for that.
All right, we all in? Yep, great. First one is not Elora, it's a surprise round. So, first individual out is this guard, but normally they'd be in plate armor. This guy is in nothing but a sleep shirt. And he is going to see Cinna first.
Not the
Fuck,
giant
okay.
golem that was right outside his door.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Wait, did you use all of my bardic inspiration?
We used 4 of them. I don't know how many you have.
I only have 4. Okay. Okay.
All right, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, why did I do 4? Nope, 3. Just 3.
AC 16, and is his sword match?
It is magical,
Okay.
and that is going to be a plus 10. So 18, 26, and nat 20. This is going to be with a glaive. 2d10 plus 5 for the first one. So that's 16 points of damage to Barry. Another 22 to Barry, and this one is doubled. Oh, come on! And another 12 plus 5 is 17 to Barry.
55.
Okay, and then this bad girl, she is going to come out and immediately she is going to use one of those cool old abilities known as Shadow Mote, as she is going to make a spell attack on. That's a plus 10, 15 to hit, Sporelina.
15 does not hit.
Ew, as she tries to reach for your neck, unfortunately does not get a good grab.
I'm too tall, silly Drow.
This one, who comes out of the same room that the male,
Sexy!
also not wearing armor.
It's not episode 69 yet, Jesse.
It was. I swear to God, this was actually in the book. I swear to you, it was not by me.
Hey, this isn't a co-ed facility. What are you doing here?
And she is probably going to just Star Mace Barry. As she reaches over, what is that? A 17 plus, yeah, that'll hit. And that is going to be a wee little d6 plus 2, 8 points to Barry.
8 magical, I'm
bludgeoning damage.
assuming. They're all magical.
It is magical. Do you have poison resistance? Who cares? Nope. So no
immunity.
poison. Yeah. This girlio is going to step up and try to. Nope. She is going to shoot something, and nope. She's gonna point at Sporelina. Sporelina, make that sweet old. I think it's a charisma. Charisma save.
Plus 5.
Yeah, it is charisma. Sweet.
This is not gonna be good.
You could
The
do it,
DC
Sporelina.
is 18.
Correct. Yes!
Sporelina, as you feel yourself being pushed away into a demi-plane that you are not familiar with, you luckily resist and come back, not
my gosh.
banished. This
That was
girlo
like so rude.
will come out and is going to Shadow Moat Kaelor. These are plus 10. 6 plus 10 is 16.
Ow.
All right. Doesn't do nearly as much damage as you might think. 23 points as you guys see this creature grabs Kaelor's neck, and Kaelor's shadow comes up from his legs and immediately just kind of scratches at his legs and up to his body as it just rips his skin apart. The shadow rips his skin apart. This will be slashing damage, magical slashing.
Darkness, he betrayed me.
It is kind of like that, yeah. And lastly, this girlo, she's gonna step up. She sees a big old golem. She is going to point to that golem, and he's gonna make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
DC 18.
I mean, we think that he's super charismatic, but
He is. He's got that beautiful.
smiles. A -5. Jesus Christ.
Barry is banished. Is Barry from this plane of existence? I mean, he was created, but like,
Yeah, he's from this plane, but he's in a pocket plane.
fine.
Well, where are the
alrighty.
bodies from? I think would be the bigger.
Yeah, like half of him is gone when he comes back. Elora, it is your turn.
We're gonna get Barry back by attacking the person who just banished him. There we go. Was first. I'm gonna pop some good old tattoo point. This 31 points of damage makes it a DC 15 con save too.
eBay. How much damage? Sorry.
31.
All right, con saves. Here we go. Whoop.
Yeah, back, guys. Hey, Barry. Okay, I can't make it back over to the night dude.
You get jettisoned over to this area.
Okay, that's fine. I guess I will just take another swing at the same person, hopefully decapitate them. Defenestrate. Oh, that's not.
Not one.
Oh, but I get inspiration. Bonus action, I'm gonna recover a 3rd level spell slot, and that'll be my turn.
All right, the Drow Temple Guard is going to step up to Barry again, and is going to make 3 attacks, all plus 10. 14, I don't
14
think
misses.
hits, but the other ones will hit, and these are 10 plus 5, so 20, 16, and 20. So 40 plus 16
Wait,
is
only 2
56.
hit, right?
Oh, you're right. So just the 20 and the 16.
Okay, cool.
This bad bitch is going to. I forgot. I'm very sorry. She was concentrating as she was. No, it didn't hit Sporelina. Never mind. I'm a dum-dum. This one is concentrating on Kaelor. So do that. Also, Kaelor, your concentration is gone. And so this bad girl is going to. What is she going to do?
Sorry, never mind. Kaelor's too fucking close.
Damn it, Kaelor.
I mean, if it's not holy damage or a critical hit, I'll probably survive.
It's 8d8 piercing damage.
yeah. I meant less from the damage thing. I mean more from the fact that I get the freebie you're at 1 HP thing.
Oh yeah.
He is going to summon a what looks to be a form of Neronius comes to you as this guardian of faith, in essence, populates the area right here. And Kaelor, it is the start of your turn. You take an auto 20 points of radiant damage from the guardian of faith.
Did you put down an aura or something? Because I can't see.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
this girl
that it's
with
this
the-
guy. Okay.
Yeah, with the thingy. Here.
What's
I'll
the
give you
aura on that?
10 feet.
Okay.
And I will put that out. All right, Kaelor, it is your turn.
Right. Oh god. There's so many Drow to murder. Alright. Well, I got these two immediately around me, but fuck it. Let's go after the important looking person over here. So we are going to send Brimstone back into the fray after them. I'm not sure which gender the GP face.
What you doing, Kaelor?
Hello?
Yeah, can we?
Hello?
Okay, yes. All right. So I'm sending Brimstone after this one.
Thank you for reminding me. Kaelor, can you do a dex save? And yes, I will get Brimstone out for you. All right, so you do not take the 20 points of damage. You may absorb that 20 points of damage and pretend it never happened.
It's half damage.
It's half. You take 10 points of damage.
Okay, so if I took the 20 already, which I did, then it would be 20 heal to bring me back to where I'm at to make sure I'm understanding correctly,
Just
right?
a 10.
Nope, plus 10.
Oh no, so I take an additional 10 because it's like a recurring thing.
Nope.
Heal
You
10.
recover 10 points.
Yeah,
Heal
then,
10.
okay, got it.
All right, Brimstone is summoned. Attack!
Nom, nom, nom. Bite him in the butt.
Alright. Here goes the same old direwolf roll to DM thing because I keep on procrastinating on making an actual Brimstone.
For shame.
I can try an AI you one.
Do
8
it. That would be
10.
so cool.
I need to look at their dex because he's not wearing any armor. He has a +2 to his dex, so that's a 8 + 2,
Be a 10.
right? It would be a 10. It hits.
Oh my god. Okay, well, he's got to make the strength save then. DC 13.
He makes it.
Okay.
He
So
does take the 9 points.
Yeah. So you just take the damage then, which would be 2d6 + 3, and then which is 9 points. Yeah. All right. But the key important thing is I get my add advantage, and then I am going to blast him in the face for I assume I die at some point before my next turn.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
All right. We are going to try to strave off the chances of me immediately dying with some enervation.
On the same dude, dexterity save. He has disadvantage, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, he did not save.
Okay. So from that, I will get half damage healing. So I get 9 points back. Hopefully that's enough, and I will spend the points to fast cast that. I forgot to state that, but y'all know the wombo combo for that. And passing turn.
Bertie boy.
Gotta cut this one up.
You are within 10 feet. Make a dex save, sorry.
Ah, beans.
You take 10 points of radiant damage.
Ew. Okay. Slicey, slicey. 16
Okay.
hit.
16 does barely hit.
Cool. Bonus action, second swing.
Are the priestesses in their clothes too, or are they in full
These
rigged?
ones are. The one that was over here is not.
Okay, so just one was naked because she was doing the dirt.
Yes.
What the fuck did I miss?
Dude, you. The two with the
Obviously,
spider
we
web were
walked
getting
in on a
sticky.
sex cult.
Well, I was gonna say, no one told me about no orgies.
Wait. Wait a second. How many of the woman sorcerers do we have in here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Why do they gotta be women sorcerers?
6? 5?
The other one is like a spirit guardian.
'Cause
Oh.
I was trying to double check if there was an 8-to-1 weird sex cult thing going on.
I mean, they're not naked, so.
It is Drow too.
42 to this one.
42. All right.
And that'd be
42.
it.
She's not looking good. Anything else?
No, that'd be it.
All right. The other Drow mystic, who is Naki, she is going to. What's she gonna do? She's going to reach to Elora plus 10 for contagion. 27.
What is that?
27 to hit. So it just hits. So you are auto poisoned,
Okay.
and then we will find out at the end of your turn what else happens.
I'm gonna use my reaction
Sure.
for one of my fighting feats, whatever they're. We're gonna do purge magic. So I'm just gonna use my reaction to make a melee attack since it casts a spell on me.
Sure. 26 will hit.
I have a point of tattoo in there as well.
Okay, 18 points. Plus 14. Okay, and that's all she can do. This bad girl is... What's she gonna do? Yep, she is going to cast Bane on Sporelina and Kaelor. What kind of thing is this? Bane. I think it's a wisdom save. Charisma saving throw. Charisma saves from Kaelor and Sporelina.
But I don't wanna.
Well, too bad.
You know what,
Well-
Jesse?
Fortunately, I'm good at those.
Must.
Kaelor, are you within
Damn it.
range?
No.
Wait, no,
Wow.
Oh my God.
Well done.
Damn.
Kaelor,
Charisma's
you have been
Sporelina's feeling
Bane.
very charismatic today.
Bury the bone golem.
Very not happy right now. He's very angry.
You mangy boy.
He going to grab up on Nakey Boy here. He's gonna try. He's very slippery with sweat.
We'll see. He has a plus something. Nope. Yeah, he saves.
Second attack, another grapple.
Ooh. Yeah, he grappled.
All right. Assuming more than 40 hit points.
Is it max or left?
If he has less than 40 hit points.
He
So I'm assuming left.
has more, so
Okay.
it's okay. How would you like to kill him?
Just grabs his dick and rips it off.
Oh my. Oh dear.
Yeah. The first one,
Graphic.
the first one misses. The second one grabs him by the torso, and then just like a little pincer of fingers come out and just rip, just full on meat and veg off.
Ooh.
That is 3 attacks. He's gonna turn to First Lady who banished him. And do a swim.
16 will barely hit. 13 points of damage.
And one more since she's not dead yet.
This will probably kill her. If it hit, but
If
it
it
didn't.
had hit, if it didn't. Well, he is going to use his bonus action to go ahead and do a penetrating gaze. Leers at its enemies. All creatures the golem chooses within 30-foot cone must make a wisdom saving throw. And I
looks like
believe
we-
that'll get everyone except for maybe the lady hiding behind the door.
Yep. What was it? Sorry? Wisdom?
A wisdom saving throw. Barry is southern, by the way. I don't know if we've
Two,
talked about this, but that's canon
three.
now. The DC
Okie
15.
dokie.
It's pretty low.
All right. So 2 of them fail. So what is that?
They are
paralyzed?
paralyzed for 1 minute and can reroll at the end of their turn.
All right.
And that's
Anything
his
else?
turn.
All
I
right.
was smart. I would have used that first, but you know.
So, the way that the spell is worded, it doesn't say it requires. It does. It probably does. That would be stupid if it didn't. But she's concentrating on it. But she's paralyzed. But it's already in motion. It's like witch bolt.
Well, it doesn't paralyze your brain, right? It just paralyzes your body.
And she's already But paralyzing makes you can't take an action. So
If you're
Oh.
incapacitated, you lose concentration, and paralyzed includes incapacitated.
all right, she is no longer concentrating. And that is that. Cinnamoira. And at the end of the turn, she gets a wisdom save. Nope. Cinnamoira.
All right. How is everyone looking?
Well enough. Go stab some of the paralyzed people. Get your crits on.
Okay. Okay, I'm assuming the squigglies are paralyzed.
Indeed.
Yes.
And the web is for sticky sexy.
So easy to hit. Because they're all
Okay.
it's an advantage.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna, I guess.
Get your stick
I
on.
just wish I would have known what I was getting into at this point, because walking into this was not what I was anticipating.
22 will hit. 8
Plus
points
another
of
4.
damage.
Plus another 4.
For the crit.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Thank you. Did you have an extra attack?
Nope. I am not a fighter this time.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Sporelina. You start your turn within. Cinna, where did you start your turn? Sorry.
I started like here in this square.
You make a dex save. You needed an 18. You take 20 points of radiant damage. Sporelina, make
Dexterity
your
save?
dexterity save.
Also not great for me.
Hey.
18 is what you needed. 10. I think
Jeez.
there's only 10 left for the Spirit Guardian or Guardian of Faith. Sporelina, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do a spell that Sporelina has literally never done before. You see Sporelina reach into her pocket and pull out a little glass vial that her mom gave her, and she kind of like counts how many berries are in this jar. And hold on. Okay, there are a quarter. 8 creatures. I throw these berries onto the ground. I throw 8 berries onto the ground, and where each berry is, a blink dog appears.
Oh, what the
Jesus.
fuck?
What spell is that?
Conjure woodland beings.
Oh, cool.
I'm
hate
gonna
this
put it
spell
there.
so
Yeah,
much.
just spread them out, baby. I want some flanking up in here. I want them all over the place.
Okay, we're gonna use this. So, zoop. How many? 8?
Yes.
It's a little puppy.
Zoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now take your 8 turn.
I sure will. Sorry, I just have to. It sucks because, like, even though I have a compendium, like, on Roll20, it doesn't let me use the sheet unless I'm the DM of the game.
Yeah, because it's loaded to the game, not the person.
Right. So it's just kind of, like, annoying. Like, I could see them, I just can't do anything. Okay, these...
I will allow, for the sake of brevity, for you to just kill these 2 paralyzed outright.
Yeah, okay, cool.
All right, they just
Okay.
and gone lose.
So this guy's gonna get it. Twice. Let's see.
This is a guarding the faith. It's not going to be.
Oh, he can't be attacked.
Yeah, and also the point of that was so that you didn't have to roll.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
This guy
Like-
doesn't have much health too. He could probably be taken down.
I'll make you roll once for that.
10. That means a 15 to hit, so I don't know if they actually hit.
Just miss.
Not hit. Just
Okay.
misses. All right. Anything else?
Yeah. Nope, that's my turn. Wait, actually, you know what? Bonus action, just for fun. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a mushroom at this one that's got the orange dot.
Just
Because I
lob
don't
it.
like them lurking in the shadows.
Okay. Was she trying to banish you, or what was she doing? A bane.
I think,
That's what it was. It was
yeah,
bane.
she was doing mean things to me, and Sporelina don't play that.
All right.
Wink.
22 will hit. Roll damage.
That's the
35.
twice I've gotten that exact. 35 force
She
damage.
drops the bane, and Kaelor, you are no longer baned. All right.
I stare her down too. I like my whole head twists like an owl to like look back at her.
All right. This girl priestess is going to grab Elora by the throat, or try to. She is going to fail, and Elora.
Let me show you how it's done, sweetheart. And we're just gonna smack that bitch.
You have disadvantage.
Why do I have disadvantage? Oh, because I'm poisoned? Okay.
Doesn't matter. How would you like to kill her?
I'm gonna grab her by the throat and then just really slowly sink my blade into her chest.
Oh, I don't know why, but I thought you were just gonna slowly start pushing her into Barry.
I'll spin her around, and as I'm stabbing her, that's happening.
I was just
too.
gonna say, right, like just pushing her and then like using your sword as like almost
So,
a toothpick to hold her in.
In my mind, do you guys remember? I'm assuming you're all old enough to have seen Edward Scissorhands, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Vincent Price gives Johnny Depp like the human hands and his scissors just start crumbling through them? That's how I kind of feel like Barry's bones start just like
Nice.
pulling through her skin.
That is such a nichely specific part of that movie,
Yeah.
but yes.
That'll be my turn. I don't feel like walking in. I guess, you know what? I'm going to take the last bit of this damage so nobody else does.
Wait, isn't that guy dead who conjured?
It's not a
Guardian?
concentration.
Not a concentration.
I'll take the last 10.
All right. So you take the last 10. Make a con save. DC 18. Okay.
Since I'm contagious and you made a big deal about it, I'll go ahead and use that inspiration I got earlier.
You have to tell me beforehand, and we've already covered this.
Oh, right. It was that weird rule. Okay, cool.
You got to tell me beforehand.
But oh wait, never mind. I am resistant to poison, but never mind.
Yep, it would have been the 17 anyway.
Yep.
And you ended your turn there. Sporelina is immune. Kaelor, make a con save. And Cinna.
I am not good at those. Wait. Oh wait, no, I am good at those. I was thinking.
You guys
of
both
strength
get
saves.
+5.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But that's not
Oh,
gonna
so
do
you
me
guys
any
both-
good.
Great.
I'm sorry, okay? It's been a day.
Oh god, that roll.
As Elora comes over, she's coughing, and you guys catch the contagion. You are now poisoned. This girlio right here is going to reach one final time with the +10, 16.
Or
Sporelina.
I do think 16. 16 does hit, yes.
And she reaches for your neck, and your shadow comes up against you and just starts slashing at your skin. You take 13 points of damage.
Oh my god, this is like so rude.
Really
I
quick,
was just gonna say the
And-
same thing.
really quick, Jesse.
Yep.
Is the second part of this contagion considered a disease?
It is.
I'm immune to disease.
Cool. Cool.
That doesn't deviate the
Cool.
plan at all.
Cool. So, in essence, it is just the poison that you're going to get. And at the end of this, when you, quote, would get diseased, you wouldn't. You
Okay.
just stay poisoned.
I didn't know if spreading it was I was spreading poison or I was spreading the disease which was causing poison. So I didn't know if I was actually spreading it.
Yeah, this is the poison that's being spread. The disease will be different for each of you. All right,
Oh,
Kaelor.
Lovely. Joy.
Alright. So,
You see Sporelina has her neck ringed up right now.
alright. So, here's what we're doing. Is I'm seeing
Oh, I
we're
do need to
surrounded.
make a con save. Hold on.
Can't say for what?
You're good. For the damage she took.
Gotcha. Also,
Is it
Sporelina, did you
concentrated?
take the radiant damage? Oh wait, no, that was the last of the radiant damage that Elora got, so never mind.
There we go.
Alright.
Cool, Kaelor.
So, quick question. How's everyone looking?
I'm
Barry's
not
seen better
great.
days.
I'm fine, but I'm not great.
Okay, fine, but not great. Okay, I think we're doing good enough as a collective group then. So, what I am gonna do
Is cast Fireball and Curve.
is I am going to I'm gonna spend 5 points to careful cast Fireball so that it careful cast on everyone except for Barry.
You know that all the
How do
dogs
you-
are on our side, right?
Wait, those are dogs?
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
blink dogs. They're my dog.
Yeah, you don't.
They're not
you don't need to-
brimstone.
You don't
Wait,
need to blow them
The,
up.
the boys with abs are dogs.
Yeah, if you
It's armor,
zoom
but
in, they're
yes.
dogs with pads.
Oh wait.
Yes,
Oh,
they're
that is
hunting dogs.
that is a dog. Oh, and that is a
With a
bird. That
bird.
is not an act. Okay, that
No.
okay. Things make a okay. I I'm
And
sorry.
That is when we learned that Dan needs glasses.
Or
This
you
is-
zoom in a little.
Then the optical, Dan.
Okay. In that case, we will not be doing that. I will be blasting the nearest one in the face with something else. Oh, see, that's what I.
Sporelina saw you just like attacking all of her blink.
App while doing this.
Damn it. We know that you're sowing your your painful heartache.
All right, what are you doing?
Wait,
Anyway.
oh, that is a misclick. Ignore that.
Excuse me.
All right. Although I will be casting that, that is the highest slot that I have left. Or actually,
that-
you know,
That is not a misclick then.
well, the damage is a misclick. I was trying to hit the description. I hadn't actually. That just rolled the damage correctly.
It rolled everything.
Oh, it rolled everything. Okay, I thought it was
Yeah.
just the.
So
Okay.
How would you like to kill her?
Painfully and slowly.
Oh god.
Ideally.
Slowly, you see her skin dry out as you see the whole dried up mummy thing go down as they crumple to the floor.
Okay, anything else?
That's it. Well, since all these are friendlies, I am going to go hide over here and cough out my lung or whatever's happening with this disease. I'll go enjoy that over there.
Very smart. Make a con save.
Should have stayed within 10 feet.
You fail. That's one failure. All right, Curtsy boy.
For the love of
So
God,
as far as
heal
we
everybody but me.
know, yeah, I was gonna say, as far as we know, there's only one priestess left.
As far as you know.
Yeah, okay.
I
The
don't
dogs
like
are
that
just like
phrase.
15.
just panting and trying to lick and kiss everyone that passes them.
I was just gonna say, I'm petting all the dogs. It is a free action. I'm petting all the dogs.
Lesser restoration on Cinnamoira.
Oh, thanks.
Ah, Cinna, you are no longer plagued.
I appreciate. Very much.
All right.
That's like the kindest thing you've ever done for me as a brother.
I've healed you before. This is not the
That's
first
to be
time.
expected. That's to be expected. But when you saved me from poison, it's a different story.
All right, Kertz, anything else?
That is my turn.
Read chat.
Alright.
Cough, cough, read chat.
She's gonna
Read
come
chat.
out.
Cough, cough, read chat.
Me?
No, Kurtz.
Oh. I
I'm
thought
reading
you said
chat. I
read
don't see
chat.
anything.
Like as
Yeah,
in
what do
we
you-
look at the chat.
Unless he messaged you individually.
Ah,
There you
yeah. Okay. Well, now I understand.
15 to hit Sporelina.
No.
Yeah.
She tries to grab for your neck and fails. Bury the bone golem.
Mama 3.
Number 3. I like Mama B or maybe.
Oh, that's fortunate for you, but maybe not.
You see all the blink dogs just trying to get little pieces of flesh off a berry as he. Oh my god! As he's
Ew.
walking by.
How would Barry like
Ew.
to slam this priestess?
Just he grabs her and like just 2 fists on either side, and then lifts her up and just head plants her into the ceiling, and there's just a splatter and shower of blood.
All right.
Lovely.
After
I will
some
deal
time,
with Kaelor first.
Elora, you would eventually get your poison off because you're not going to become
Mhm.
diseased anyway. So you probably like go off into one of the rooms, hack your lung out, and do that. Kaelor, on the other hand, make another con save.
Can I lesser restoration him before
Let's
that?
first see if he gets this con save.
Gotcha.
If he gets it,
Very nice.
and you no longer have to waste a spell slot.
Yeah.
Just hawk out like the blackest hunk of loogie.
Hawk
And
out with my
these-
cock.
These dogs disappear, right?
No, sir. They are with me for an hour.
It's been an hour.
I want them to no.
Did we get a short rest?
I,
Jesse?
I mean,
I
you can take
want-
whatever you want.
I
Yeah.
want them to surround me, and I need to pet them all.
Yes, I will allow that. However, have you seen a blink dog?
No, but I've seen Barry, so how much worse can he be?
Honestly, fair.
They are all just salivating at the bones on Bear.
Just, I don't care. Just come here. Come to Mama. I need to
I put
pet
it.
you all.
I put it in our chat
that's a
in
cute
Roll
dog.
20. Yeah, blink
The
dogs.
one I'm looking at.
They do this thing and they kind of teleport around you because they can
Which
teleport.
chat?
That's what in Roll
Roll
20.
20.
Oh,
Scroll down.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, they're cute. I like
Yeah.
them.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking of Yeath hounds. Those are the ones that are like real not cute.
How do you
What
spell
do those
that?
look like?
YETH hound.
Also, Sporelina,
Oh,
is this
no.
a spell that is chosen by the DM, the creature?
Oh, is it?
Just read the description. I can't remember if it's fey creatures or if it's conjure animals or whatever, but just read the description. It might be saying something like the DM chooses the animal, but
A lot
I
of
can't
the-
remember which one it is.
It probably does. We just in my games we never play that way because I don't want to be burdened with that extra roll.
Yeah, true. But I would choose like chickens. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it has to be a fey
Hey,
creature.
chickens can be aggressive.
And it
Fey
has to be
chicken.
of the challenge reading.
It would be the chicken from Zelda, where
Yeah.
if you slash it enough, it just like calls and all the chickens rage.
Yeah, this one
Now-
is not one that requires the DM to choose. It
Yeah.
just says the DM
Okay.
has the statistic.
Cool. Are you guys taking a short rest?
He just
like
wants
a
my
long
he just
rest.
wants my blink dogs to disappear.
I mean, seeing them on the page gives me anxiety.
Well,
for, like,
could you make them
managing.
just
Why?
one?
See, when I see that, I'm just seeing my, my favorite thing in the world are blink dogs and Barry and
There we go. And that's the one I put in the Roll20 chat. That's a Yeethound. Because they're kind of horrifying looking.
They have people
I'll
faces.
still,
Yeah.
I'll still love them as much as I love Barry.
They're like a slightly less disturbing version of a chimera.
Yeah, and they just like they are like rubbing up against Barry because he smells like meat.
And flesh and decay and all that gross.
What's that for?
All right.
That's Barry sucking the bones out of all the drow in the room.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I like the idea that he just leaves skin sacks behind.
Yeah.
Well, and then that's when all of the blink dogs or whatever we were supposed to actually have can go and have a nice snack before they disappear.
There you go.
Are we taking a
Kertz.
short rest?
I don't
we
know.
Can. Honestly, I do need a short rest, so.
Yeah, I think we could all
I
use a
say-
break.
I mean, I could use
I
a long
say
rest.
long rests. Yeah.
Has it been
Yeah.
has it been 8 hours?
I don't know.
Or has it been a full day?
I mean, we
I don't-
shopped, then we fought,
That's
then we
true.
came here, so probably not a full day. And
but
I would
close.
probably want to make sure the rest of this temple is clear before we
Yeah.
like barricade the front door and then take a short rest.
How long do we have till the army shows up?
So,
like a
funny
day
you
and a
should
half.
mention, 18 or higher is an encounter. And so, during
Well-
your short rest.
Oh, I guess we agreed to have a short rest.
Do you agree? I mean,
We were still talking about it, I thought, but if it looks like
Okay.
Kaelor already healed, so let's take a short rest.
Kayla, did you heal?
Yeah.
Okay, short rest it is. Before you heal, however, let's see.
I would also search the priestess' bodies while we're resting, or their skin sack.
Kurtz, you gonna try to grab a finger before Barry gets to it?
Oh, they're
I have
gone.
enough.
So before you guys take a short rest, you can hear rustling around beyond this door. Sounds like paper
So,
or something.
really quick, Barry kind of destroyed that door.
With his strength check, I don't think he did. Oh, wait, you slammed it.
He
Yeah.
slammed it.
You
Yeah, and
slammed
I got
it.
a crit on one of those hits.
All right. Doesn't give me the hit points of the door, but I'm just gonna assume it's gonna knock it down. All right, cool. Do you want to look inside?
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
Let's see. The door. As the door, it says glides into the wall. Instead, it gets slammed off the wherever it's hanging from. The air wafts of paper and spices, an aroma that brings momentary comfort to anyone who has spent many hours lost within the stacks and tomes and scrolls. The room is dominated by two large bookcases, one on either side of the space, and a scroll case between the two of them running down the center. There are two desks here as well, each with a chair, and all is quiet, perhaps too quiet considering the events in the rest of this temple.
Can Barry just stand in the middle of the room and swing around?
Sure. You swing around as Barry swings around.
Are you gonna swing on the chandelier?
The desks display evidence of years of burnt candles decorating their stone surfaces. Flames spring to life as someone nears them. They magically give off light, but no heat. The book's spines betray their years of wear and betray their years of wear. The leather, wax, and bone crusted and cracked. One rather large stack of books rests unusually on the floor. Its contents look even older than those shelves. As Barry nears it, the books begin to move.
Barry's just having a bad day with doors and books.
He's gonna stop like trusting them. He's like not gonna allow us to use them to open them anymore.
Well, this is dumb. I forgot the picture. Nope. Okay, cool. So you're gonna deal with the token for now. But in essence, this thing comes alive and forms a humanoid-like
Book golem.
shape. It is a book golem.
Good lord, they just love their golems.
And as Barry approaches it, can anyone else see Barry as this approaches?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Doors
no
busted
door.
open.
Yeah, so you can look in, and are you close enough? Your perception is super high, Sporelina.
Yes, it sure is.
And on the pages, it kind of flips really fast, and it just says, in highlighted words, "What can I do for you?"
Oh, Barry, honey, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice.
He just looks at it and goes, bones.
Sporelina jumps over all of her blink dogs as Cinna and them are like playing on the ground, and I peek in and I say, in Undercommon, because I think that might be a better way to speak to this thing. I ask it to find me any books on mushrooms, just to see if it's like what I think it is.
Okay.
Is this
Give me
like
one
some kind of
second.
library assistant?
I think
Is.
so.
Ask it for porn next.
Oh God.
Give me smut and nothing but a dirty novel I can't shut if it's uncut or unsubtle.
The
I thought I was supposed to be the bard.
So, as you guys can see, this is a massive library in essence. And yeah, as you come back, let me read it. Now, what specifically did you ask?
For any books on mushrooms. I was just testing to see if it was what I thought it was, basically.
As you do, it hands you the recipes of Master Tellenth, a revered as a master chef, able to craft a feast from anything. Many of Tellenth's recipes have signature dishes with mushrooms in them.
Oh, thank you. You're so helpful. Do you have a name?
As you say this, you can see it flips on its head to a page of a smiling face, and like happy.
Oh, you guys, it's like a library concierge. A librarian, I guess, would probably be more what it is. It's like an animated librarian. Pretty
It then
handy.
flips back to, what can I do for you?
Nothing for now, friend. But thank you. If we need you, we'll come and grab you.
It then gets closer to Sporelina and starts flipping through the pages. What can I do for you?
Is this like an iRobot moment?
I walk up to the book golem and ask them what they can tell me about the spider god.
As the golem looks, it switches the pages and it says, "Please hold for a moment." And
Do we
it
get
goes
some
over
fun
to
little
the
elevator music?
library. While it is going over to the library, what are you guys doing or talking about?
I am playing with the blink dogs.
I'm like not entirely sure if this thing is like nice or not, but it's giving me like helpful, but like aggressively so.
What do you mean by aggressively helpful?
Well, I told it that we didn't need any help, and it got closer to me, and then again asked, "What did I need?"
Maybe he's just got a
fair
crush on you.
point.
Huh?
Maybe he's just got a crush on you.
I
He
mean,
likes you. He thinks you cute.
I wouldn't blame him. I am adorable. But I don't know if
book golems can feel attraction.
What
You
I
never know till you try.
I wonder if he can bring us blueprints on Telgorath Tower. Might help us get through there, as well as any structural weakness.
Sick. Yeah, because that's what they write in blueprints all the time is the structural weaknesses of the building.
No, but you can determine structural weaknesses from.
I'm just being a smart ass.
We'll get your brain out of your butt.
Well, if you want to, Elora, you can talk to them. They seem helpful.
As it returns to Kaelor, or was it Kaelor that asked
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Naronius?
Yes.
It returns with a very slim book that says topics to ask the High Priestess, and in that sort of thing, it has like birthing rights, who has the right to birth children, who has the right to procreate, who has the right to ask questions about Naronius, who has the authority to give answers about Naronius, etc., etc. And it's pretty much like a list of things that you're supposed to ask the High Priest.
Damn, son.
I'll take
I
that if
believe
you don't
that
want it.
that book golem just gave you 5 fingers to the face.
All right, I will be right back. That ice cream is hitting me.
Oh
Run!
Got the
Run!
berry squirt.
Oh,
no. Oh no.
I'm gonna be so mad if we don't get to Telgorath Tower, and then we don't get our level up because I really
Also-
want my explosive cat burp.
Also, could
What?
someone chime me in on what I missed from last week?
Yeah, so we did some shopping, and then we went to the slave pens to find the House Torbane people. So we thought that maybe your dad or whatever, and it turns out that it was all a ruse, that they knew that I wasn't Guyloof, and they let us out into the middle of their training yards, surrounded by 4 Tyrannosaurus riders. And
Oh, lovely.
so we killed the slave mistress, and Sporelina polymorphed one of the T-Rexes into a mouse, and your brother Kertz slingshotted it over the wall into the city, where it promptly turned back into a T-Rex and wreaked havoc. And then Sporelina later
love it.
cast Animal Friends with the other 2 T-Rexes, made them kill their riders, and then bust through the wall out into the city to rain havoc. Then
You guys are amazing.
Then we
love
freed
it.
all of the slaves in the slave pen, which include Miris Firebrand, the dwarven redhead, who very strangely, the last time we saw her was in Stonehelm, so she either got picked up when they were on the road to bring the armies, or we somehow missed one of those teleport canisters that they use to snatch people.
Yep.
But we freed them all, told them, get to the fucking high market. Here's where all the weapon stalls are. Get weapons. Fucking hunker down until the armies come, and then just rain havoc. And then we came to this temple.
Nice.
Well,
And I am very proud of you guys and your chaos bringing ways.
Yeah, it worked out really well, and I think Jesse was very mad.
I think he was
Good.
proud of us, actually.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there was probably quite a bit of pride, but also God fucking damn you all.
So,
Hey.
Kurtz, next level, I can eat one of my explosive caps and then burp a 15-foot cone from my mouth, and all the creatures in that area have to make a dex save or take damage as if they were hit by my explosive caps.
Oh,
Or
so it's breath
I can
weapon,
stuff
kind of.
5 explosive caps into my mouth, generating a 60-foot cone.
Damn.
And they all do the dex save or take explosive cap damage as well. Or they take half damage if they save.
Can you stack that with your hallucinogenic one?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
And then, but the problem with the shoving 5 in my mouth, The amount of explosive caps does take its toll on your body, though. So for my
I
next
would imagine.
turn, I suffer disadvantage on all ability checks, and my speed is halved until the end of your next turn after eating 5 caps at once.
Right, you just cast a spell on your next turn and you're fine.
Yeah.
Hey, here's something I don't know. We thought about this. How did they know what Kertz, Cinnamoira, and Kaelor's last name was?
Because they've been scrying on us for a while. And they had spies in Embla, and they had spies in Stonehelm, and they took notice of us when we freed all the slaves on the surface. I mean, we're like big players right now.
We're like
Right.
kind
And
of a
they
big deal.
captured Mirror's firebrand. I
Yeah.
don't think the army's gonna show up. That's
Maybe
just
not.
me.
I mean, we had like 3 different armies showing up, and the Crystal people showed it.
Albeit early.
Yeah, way early. Oh yeah, that's another thing. There were 3 of those large crystal golems attacking Telgorath Tower when we freed the right before we freed the T-Rex.
Also, totally unrelated. My newest obsession lately is watching compilations of car detailing.
Nice.
Oh, like when they put film on?
No. When they like
Oh,
clean
when they
the
clean
car.
it? Oh,
Yes. Especially when they're fucking like gross. And I'm like, did you just make this car gross so you could clean it for a video? Probably, but I don't care because I'm enjoying it.
You know what? One of the worst things that has hit television recently that I've found out because I watch a lot of Judge Judy.
what?
Judge Jerry Springer.
No.
Yes, it's called
No.
Judge Jerry. It is an arbitration show with all the trash that is Jerry Springer. I watched like 10 minutes of an episode. It was so horrible.
Well, with that being said,
Welcome back.
that
How's
was
your
a
butthole?
silent 5 minutes. We're good. We're good.
Okay, good.
All right. Where were we?
We were talking about your butthole, but I guess in the game, we were having Book Boy bring Kaelor that little book, and then Elora was about to ask Book Golem about a Telgorath Tower book.
Blueprints, yeah. And also, while we're doing that, searching through the dead priestesses to see if there's any more Yanni eggs.
Yoni.
All right. Let's see. Yanni eggs. Why am I doing this when I can just look at the frickin' thing? 1 of 3. On the priestesses themselves, you do find one other one that is of orange color.
Oh, it's just missing the blue one now.
Okay. So as you guys also look, I also want to state, you guys go through like looking at the different rooms, and I just need to read the descriptions because they're kind of funny. The sleeping chamber of the Naroni's clerics reveal a Spartan life with beds barely big enough to be comfortable. Searching through the priestess's belongings, you find temple garb and footwear, all of a utilitarian nature. One of the trunks holds 2 strange vials filled with a milky solution.
Was that in the naked room?
It was not. Let me find it. This is an unadorned room with 4 beds, barely large enough to allow children to sleep, each with a trunk at its end. None of the chests have locks or even latches. Searching through them, you find 4 sets of spare clothes and footwear. Boring. And the orange stone through that one. So that's where you find the orange stone. The next room, located within the trunks, are not only spare clothes for priests, but guards as well, suggesting that both were sharing this room, perhaps in a romantic fashion, as the beds being put together would imply. Tucked into the bottom of one of the trunks, wrapped in a shirt, is a jet gemstone of sizable weight. Hanging from a small weapon rack in the corner of the room are 2 rapiers of exceptional quality and craftsmanship.
Taking.
The jet is worth 100 gold pieces, and the 2 rapiers are non-magical but very nice.
Very nice, fancy.
Let's take the glaive from the dead warrior as well.
Okay.
Can I check the book to see if they were allowed to procreate?
If who was allowed?
The guards. Oh no, that was just a list of stuff you could ask. Never mind. I thought it was like a whole
Yeah.
book of like this family can't breed with this family.
This is the
Yeah.
sexual position you're allowed to eat.
Yeah.
All right, and the book golem comes back to, I think, Kaelor and says, "What can I do to help?"
I'll look at it and say, do you have any blueprints or references to the carving out of Telgorath Tower?
Do you still look like Guy
Loof,
Bellion?
yeah.
Guy Loof?
It goes and leaves you for a moment, but looking around, filling the shelves are books on a myriad of topics ranging from the histories of the Drow people and their relations with the underworld friends and foes to farming experiments throughout the generations. It seems the combined history of the city and anything of interest to those who call it home is contained here. As the book golem returns, there we go. It returns with nothing, but the same book as to ask the High Priestess.
I'm gonna try one other thing. I'm gonna hold out my royal sigil. Do you have any books or information that has been deemed classified to anybody but my family?
As the creature flips between the pages on the head, it says, "No information is classified." What can I do to help? As it approaches Elora, getting closer and closer.
Do you have any medical books?
It rushes over to one of the tomes. Would it interpret this? How would it interpret this? It brings back two books. And one of them is Records of Live Births. As one would expect in a society as concerned with the bloodlines as much as the Drow are, strict records are kept regarding births. And
any juicy details about bastard children?
That's what I was hoping for.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'll assist Kurt.
Good. I need that. And I will guide myself.
The 16 is not enough, unfortunately. You do discover one hint of things. Let's see. You can read through the Gaulian heritage book, and one of the names, it catches you off guard, but you can see all the siblings. You can see Guy Loof, you can see Makinga, you can see all the different siblings involved. But there's another sibling that catches your eye because you've never heard of them before. Talanthea. That's a tough one. Telenetha. There we go.
Just type it out.
I was gonna say, sound it out.
Telenetha.
Yep, I would say it's Telenetha.
Talanetha. Or Talanetha.
Talanetha.
Like Talon. Talon.
Talon Ethel, actually.
Is there
And
a
then
picture of them? Is it a female?
It is a female, but there is no picture. And the other book given to you is Librum Necrolysis. There we go. a slim tome bound in a leather crafted from dwarf skin. This volume is dedicated to the creation and control of undead servants, not just a collection of spells, more a how-to on creating lower forms of undead that are robust and less prone to falling apart. The author catches your eye, King Gagalion.
I'll
So-
read that.
Don't you guys think it's kind of odd that this woman, who's apparently a sister of all of them, has a name that starts with T, when all the other women in the Gullion family have a name that starts with M, don't they?
That's true, yes.
Yeah, but Gullion, or Guy Loop starts with a G.
Yeah, but
Right.
he's a boy. Everybody else is a girl.
Maybe they were trans.
I will keep both of those books. Well, one of the books.
Elora said she grabbed the
Yeah.
other one.
Yep.
Yeah, that undead book I'm very interested in. Oh, Happy, do you have any other books that reference Talanitha Golian?
As the book golem goes through all of the different books, it scans, and says, "Unfortunately, no." And then a sad face pops up on the screen, or on the pages.
Did you at one point have any other books with that name?
It flips through another page, unsure.
Where?
Is
Go ahead.
I'm just curious, do all houses have that pattern where, like, whatever the matron's name is, like, all their daughters share the same first letter, like the Kardashians? Like
Who are the
I never
Kardashians?
realized that.
the Kardashians?
The Spordashians?
There you go.
Make,
Like the Spordashians.
Make an investigation check as you research and read through.
Could I also...
Out
Oh,
of character, I never realized that. That is completely new information to me. Holy shit.
Does the birthing records, does it say where Helenetha would have fallen in the hierarchy of the house? Like, was she the youngest? Was she the oldest? Somewhere in the middle?
Middle child, yes.
Interesting.
I say we take a long nappy.
I kind of concur with my brother, which is a very rare instance.
Does this staircase continue to go up, I'm assuming?
It does.
Okay, well, how are we gonna block it off? Block space up? Do we lock ourselves in the library as we're
Door?
reading and resting?
Over here?
There's
a door
also
up there,
another
yeah.
door.
Also,
Yeah,
door
yeah,
So we
south,
go
too.
through there.
The doors on this map I have like a hard time seeing because they blend in with the walls so well.
Yeah, I try to do my best to make them
No, it's okay.
obvious.
It's not you, baby.
I'm so
It's
sorry,
not
Ree.
you, baby.
It's alright, Jesse. You can do
For
better next.
shame.
I say we go through the door, lock
Okay.
it, sit buried behind it, take a big nappy, and then I can scry on the.
I'm just gonna
Helenetha.
pull a bunch of books off the shelf onto the ground and say, "Hey, there you go, Happy. Rearrange them."
That's gonna be kind of funny. Let's see what happens. Is Happy gonna remain happy?
Anara.
That was the stinky part.
Oh my god. What is dying inside of you?
Oh gosh.
Anara heard us talking about other dogs and she got pissed.
I could be a bwink dog.
Happy happily picks up the books and begins putting them away.
Thanks,
The door appears unlocked. Who's going in first?
Barry.
He's just gonna
Okay.
open the door. Just
Yeah, he like raises a fist. No, Barry. Open it slowly.
Gentle, please.
Be nice.
With
Door is
one
our
finger
friend.
touch, Barry. One finger touch.
As he pushes it open, Elora, you can see large glass globes set into the eye sockets of a gigantic arachnid from which this chamber is crafted give an impressive view of the city. So let me get this. Oop, what am I doing?
Bloop. Swoop, as you like to say.
And let's see, a large seating area of overstuffed couches
Uh-oh, who's that bitch?
and listen to this. A large seating area of overstuffed couches and full bar of drinks and other indulgences sits along the west wall. To the east lies a bed, an exercise in excess, with a mattress far outsizing the dainty drowned priestesses splayed upon it, covered in fine furs and silks. Above the center of the room, suspended within a web that spans the entire chamber, just above head height, waits a monstrous spider,
That's
watching
Maltora.
its mistress and waiting for a command. As she looks at the interesting creature and she just says, come in, you're more than welcome.
Who needs a scry?
Okay. I'll go between Barry's legs and
Oh my goodness.
wait, did we
Now-
during that book time did we finish our short rest?
Yeah, you would have
Okay.
finished your short rest.
Okay.
I literally was gonna say we got caught up in the book Golem. I've taken off Goyaluf's head because it's not any use anymore. So, I'm just back to my regular old Elora. So.
Gotcha. Well, hello there. And who might I be speaking with?
My name is Elora Day, and who may I be speaking with?
My name is Talanetha.
Ethagolian.
The one and the same.
That's strange. We hadn't heard about you until we got to this library of yours.
I'm kind of the forgotten middle child, if you will. But I know quite a bit about you. Killing my brother, using his head to try and get your way into Haloth.
Well-
Successfully, might I add.
To be fair, your brother was kind of a dick.
To be fair, he is the product of my mother's making. After sending him to a temple to train, he became a little obsessed. But he was diligent in his work. So what is it that you hope to gain by coming here?
By coming here to this temple or here to this city of yours?
I guess both.
Let's see. I'm just as I'm like my voice is like carrying louder. Primarily to kill your bitch of a mother who's serving the souls of the people of the Underdark to a dark deity and allowing it to grow in power outside the walls of the Undercommon itself.
Well,
I thought we were just here to get back the moon shard.
Oh, and find the moon shard. Yes, that was part of it. It's kind of been a very long journey.
Well, good luck then. I guess close the door on your way out.
Wait, like you don't care?
Why would I? I'm the middle child. I will inherit nothing with her gone, and I've created myself a nice little nest where I am right here.
I hear you.
Nothing else will change, so why should I care? In fact,
Well-
it might even be better because now my mother won't go in a fit of rage whenever my little sister makes a prophecy.
Boo.
What kind of prophecies are tossing your mother into a rage?
Whenever my little sister discusses things about the downfall of Haloth, my mother doesn't take too kindly to it. And I kind of assume that my little sister might just be making things up just to make sure that my mother stays calm.
This is
Uh,
Ever
It's Makinga is her
Makinga,
little sister.
right? Yeah.
Or
Oh, not
Maronia.
Makinga. No, the one that can see into the future, if you will.
Maronia. Maroni. I can't say that fucking name. Maroina.
Maltoria.
Oh,
Maltoria.
Well, in
And-
my experience in a siege, the middle child can inherit quite a lot after everything's said and done.
Oh, I have no intentions of gaining anything from this.
Can somebody else insight check her? Because mine definitely failed.
Yeah, I'll insight. I don't like this.
I'm good at weird family dynamics. Let's
You are the weird family dynamic.
I know.
I think the three siblings should have advantage on this.
Kertz, go to the secondary voice channel.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna do it for shits and giggles.
Jump in the secondary voice channel.
Ooh.
Cinna, come here.
All right, give me a moment.
Kaelor is oblivious. Because is Kaelor the youngest?
He's the oldest.
He's the oldest, yeah. He's oblivious. And nothing back on a short
I'm
rest.
the middle child. Jeremy's a middle child. Is everybody else here a middle child? Is that what we're realizing? Our entire party is filled with just a bunch of middle childs?
Are you a middle child, Dan?
No. I'm the eldest also in real life.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm the eldest of two. There is no middle child.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Short rests are not very forgiving for Paladin.
Hey.
This is really important. I need the three of you guys to tell us what your position in your family of siblings is. Like IRL.
Oh, in real life?
Yes.
I am the second youngest of 5.
Okay.
Sam?
Kertz and Cinna are still in the other room.
What?
They're
What are they doing?
chit-chatting.
Yeah, bitches making secret plans.
Possibly.
Kurtz and Cinna, what is your guys' actual sibling alignment? Like, where do you guys sit in real life?
I sit at the kitchen table, facing my computer.
No,
Your sibling
your
alignment.
siblings. Like, are you the middle child, the oldest, the youngest?
I'm the middle, if I recall. I think it's
Okay.
Kaelor, me, and then
No,
Kurt.
IRL.
In real life.
Oh, in real
Not
life?
related.
Oh, I'm the oldest.
Yeah, I'm the baby.
Oh,
In-game
look
and
at
in real life.
you.
Full spread here.
Okay.
Of how many, Brad?
Oh, in real life, I'm the oldest. Right. Yeah.
Oh, so we actually
Yeah.
are a lot of older siblings. It's the oldest siblings in here.
This
Three
is
of
my
y'all-
escapism, okay?
The three of you guys are oldest siblings. Jeremy and I are middles, which is why we're so dramatic.
And Dan's, you have a
He's oldest.
sister?
Yeah,
Dan's
lower.
oldest.
Yes.
I'm the yeah.
Are
I'm the
you the
youngest
baby?
I mean, I'm the second youngest of
Baby.
5.
You're
So
the baby.
Yeah, you're the baby.
Just a baby.
Just a baby.
all right. Anyway, yeah, you guys are having this conversation. Kurtz and Cinna, what do you guys do?
Well, a lot of things get burned in a siege. Family records, who's actually in charge, stuff. And, sometimes you have to put a puppet on the throne. Or, well, not a puppet, someone who's not an asshole.
This is me inciting Brad to try and figure out what the fuck he's talking about.
It's
As,
not directed at you.
As Kurtz is talking about this, I am going to kind of mumble to Sporelina like we need to get her on our side. This is weird, and we need her on our side right now.
Yeah, fair.
So I mean, your brother's dead. Your sister's a loony fortune teller. Your mother's about to die. The king doesn't seem to have any real feel for the throne.
Debatable.
Well, I don't know. Her path seems to lie outside of Haloth. I don't think she really cares about what happens here.
That's what all the
So
dictators say.
what? You have one other sister who's kind
Now,
of.
hold on. You've met with Makinga?
Oh shit.
Of course we have, and I'm gonna pull out Makinga's paper.
Oh, okay.
A Cleric paper. May I see that?
Oh.
Are you out of your fucking?
Okay.
Kertz is
This
gonna
is how
back
we do it.
away to the
first of-
second door.
Just saying, deception hasn't really worked very well for me, so I'm going all in on fucking honesty right now. I will unfurl it, but I won't hand it to her.
As she kind of peers from the couch, just kind of leaning over a little bit, she just goes, "Very interesting. What does Makinga have to play in this? I had no idea she had any play in this. She always is a recluse in the basement of Telgorath Tower, never
It's
coming out very often."
It's like I don't like this.
Go to the secondary voice channel.
God damn it.
I am just
Jeez.
panicking at this point. I can't focus.
This is very bad.
This is very bad.
So, you guys down for a second TPK video?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Any idea?
Honestly, I have no idea. Just terrified.
Sporelina just kind of like pokes her head in. She goes, "Oh my gosh, you like didn't actually know." I mean, I guess if she lives in the basement forever, if that makes sense.
She would come out occasionally, but really only talk to Maltoria at times. But otherwise, she would just kind of keep to herself and keep to her playthings.
She takes after your grandmother a lot, doesn't she?
Well, the great-great-great-grandmother, yes.
Yeah, we met her.
I was gonna
Did
say,
you?
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, beyond the
know she
plane of
went on-
life.
I didn't know she went on trips outside of Telgorath Tower. Interesting.
Oh yeah,
She's
we met
trying
the grandma.
to.
We read the grandma in the void, right? From the void dragon that ate us.
Yeah, between the planes
Yeah.
of life and death.
Yeah,
Wasn't she
Right.
trying to seduce death or whatever?
I think so.
Yeah, apparently they had like a thing going on. It was kind of cute.
It was
That does sound
something.
like her. Well, regardless.
I applaud her, her self-esteem is just up there.
I'll take a step toward her, and I'm just gonna and my sword is sheathed, so I'm like being not
Non-threatening.
confrontational. Yeah, you're obviously a very learned, wise person, and I think that a leader who has spent the majority of her life locked away in observation of a city that, quite frankly, hasn't been doing its best since it's locked its doors to outsiders. I think you could probably do well in a position of power in this. If you want, we could even bring Makinga into the negotiations. She might be all for that.
Ma'am, you're not only well useful, you are desperately needed there. Suffer, sibling, foolish and tyrannical rule.
And
Can't seem to make
Tyrannosaurus will rule if you've looked outside recently.
yes, and I'm just doing my trying to walk the line of shit talking and hyping her up right now. Oh god, these rolls! Ugh.
Very interesting that you all are being so open to someone who you just met and know nothing about. Tell me, what do you know about me?
I
I just, like,
desperately
hit
start
Cinna and I'm like, cast
side-eyeing
Legend
people that know
Lore.
things.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast the Legend Lore underneath my breath here.
Well, first off, how long does it take to cast? And second off, what kind of components are needed?
And we bought the ivory for it a long time ago.
Yeah. We sure did.
Give me a moment.
Also, you're like in the other room you're like 2 rooms away
Yeah,
with the dog
like
still.
10 minutes to cast.
it takes 10 minutes. Incense and 4 ivory strips.
So it's gonna take 10 minutes, so you can start casting while they're having this conversation.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start like the minute I hear like the overhearing, like, what do you know about me? It's like, oh, that's my cue. Okay, we're gonna start that.
Can I look her up and down? Is she wearing insignias of Neronius or Lolth or any religious symbols whatsoever, or like adorning the walls of the room or anything?
Now that I'm looking at the picture and knowing what I know about her, no.
Honestly, I'm not gonna tug the bullshit with you, darling. We don't know much, but we do know that it seems like you're not a religious fanatic like your mother. And believe me, if you could look in my eyes, you'll know that I've seen times rise and times fall. And I can tell you this, that empires built on religiosity often crumble under the weight of the oppression.
I have my ways of surviving, as I have always done. I appreciate your offer, but I must decline. Now, if there is nothing else, you are welcome to go and leave me be.
Is this a Kurt strip down moment or not?
Kurt,
You can do whatever you
keep your
want.
pants on. Keep your fucking pants on.
Below 50, yay. Above 50, nay. Nay. Okay.
So has it been about 10 minutes yet, do you think, or not quite?
I will say not quite. She's
Okay.
just kind of ushering Elora out.
How long has it been? How much time do we need?
Another
Yeah.
9 minutes. Kertz, you can't last that long.
You don't know that.
To me, a constitution check and a performance check.
I was gonna say, if you're distracting, I guess go for it, my dude. But you know,
if it's charisma, I'm gonna need help.
As he's getting closer and closer,
Like,
can I just pull out the
creeps in
symbol of
slowly.
Tirazleen, and I'm gonna look at her and say, "I've seen my city fall in its own arrogance. Believe me, doing nothing is not an option here. You either rise with the tide or you drown with it." And then Kertz comes in, whirling his dick around.
No, he kind of like
helicopter.
He's a little bit skeeved at this point, so he'll walk in, kind of look at this giant spider on the ceiling, do like he'll do a striptease.
Oh, okay.
All right.
He's not going to be saying anything.
Make a charisma persuasion check.
It'd be performance.
Sure.
Just makes me feel better. They're both the same.
+0, a
Yeah.
12.
Can I guide myself on that?
I'm gonna stop
when he thinks
right
about him,
there.
he touches himself.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Oh, he's already fully naked. It's not a slow striptease.
It's just him with rip away clothes.
Wait,
And he does have an extraordinarily long penis, as we
what
rolled for it.
what would I need to roll
Okay.
to react quick enough to black this out?
To darkness it.
I am thankfully too preoccupied with my
Controlled
job
darkness spell
right now.
that's six
I'm
6-inch radius.
I'm gonna cast Entangle right
The
underneath her.
whole thing.
Roll initiative in comparison to Kertz's initiative.
Alright.
Ooh.
Oh,
that-
Kaelor!
So first of all, Kurtz,
Oh my
Why? I needed that.
well, Kurtz, aren't you in plate armor?
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's
take you like a
all-
full
It takes
minute.
like 10 minutes to doff plate armor.
It's all tearaway.
It's
Yeah.
all tearaway armor. Only when it's roleplay equivalent.
Oh, Jesus.
It does the job, but it comes off real easy.
Yeah,
This
you're
is gonna
not
write
fast
that
enough.
down. I don't say that.
As she just kind of laughs and says, "It was lovely meeting you, but I think you've worn out your welcome." As the ghost spider comes out and attacks. We're gonna roll initiative next time on D&D sessions that go way too far.
I would just like to say I didn't get a single persuasion check in that.
It's true. That's it. Maybe she just can't be persuaded.
I just got yelled at for yelling.
Mm.
I'm in trouble.
Go give your wife the gift of her new yoni eggs and apologize.
Oh Jesus
Oh.
Christ!
Yeah, I learned a new thing today. Yoni eggs.
Yeah, nothing says I love you, then you need to work your vagina out.
Is that what they're for?
Yeah.
You're supposed to like be to work for muscles, but honestly, all it is bacteria central. All
Oh,
those stones are
Jesus.
porous. You can't clean those. Don't put those up your vagina, kids. Don't put
Yeah.
those in any hole, kids.
The more you
Also,
know.
just
Boom,
in
boom,
general,
boom.
don't listen to anything that lady tells you. I mean,
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow can be Pepper Potts all she wants, but don't listen to her for fucking health advice.
Wait,
also,
Gwyneth
fun
Paltrow
fact.
is Pepper Potts?
Yeah, you didn't know
Yeah.
that?
Where have you been?
I don't
Also,
read the credits.
Yeah, that's
Also-
Gwyneth Paltrow, buddy.
fun fact. One of her greatest inspirations for the weirdo hippy dippy new agey stuff is also a favorite occultist inspiration for the Nazis.
Whoa.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
And
that's
she
not
makes
surprising.
a candle that smells like her vagina. So let's just fun.
Yeah, she
I
made a
was gonna
poor
say-
intern smell her vagina.
Are we cutting this or not?
Nope.
No.
No, we're still recording.
Get that, everybody.